Welcome to Weather Dudes. So today we are going to cover this subtropical storm that will be making impact for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and parts of Louisiana area. So let's get right into it. So give me 1 second, guys. Um, let me see. All right, here we go. So this is what's currently happening out here towards the Gulf. So right now, winds are blowing right around 40 miles per hour. So this is pretty much the prime wind speed to have at least some sort of a tropical storm. Only difference is this thing is so huge. It has such a huge wind field that, I mean, it's pretty much subtropical. That's why the stream is going to be called subtropical storm instead of tropical storm. Because if you guys remember back, way back when in November, I do actually remember that we did go live for that. That was a subtropical storm, but then as time went on, it became like a tropical storm, and then it became like a hurricane. But at first, it was once a subtropical, and waters were warm enough to keep it sustained and going. This one, it is sustained, it's kind of going, but it's nothing like Hurricane Nicole or Hurricane Ian or whatever we saw this past year. Which, this is a new year, this is 2023. Also, this is a very rare storm too, in fact. It is. It's a pretty rare storm to see, especially during this time of year. It's a unique one, I should say. It's pretty unique. So, let's zoom in a little bit, see what's happening. So this is like a look towards the New Orleans area, the Mobile area. So you can see the center's right here, the low pressure system, right around 100 miles per hour as always. But right outside of it, this is where we're really looking to see like our highest wind speeds, which I'm currently only seeing about 41 miles per hour of this. But if you go all the way over here, we have almost the same exact winds out here too. So you can tell how subtropical it is. Let's move a little bit up north a little bit towards like the Mobile area, see what time landfall will be at. So that is what we are going to go find out. Landfall, if you guys watched my previous video, it did show that this thing was heading towards Mobile. So Mobile, you might be seeing a big fat storm coming. Well, it's not going to be big by any means, but it could be at least something landfalling near Mobile, which can bring some gusty winds, flash flooding, potential tornadoes, all kinds of other stuff. And speaking of which, I will come back to this. Let me go to the tornado radar thingamabob. If it ever loads. There we go. But I mean, the really only active area for like our tornadoes right now, or water spouts, are going to be right off the coast of Miami. Which we did actually see a water spout spin up a little bit over here. I did actually make a video of that. But yeah, I mean, we did see a water spout spin up. But anyways, there is a special marine warning just off the coast of Miami. You can see it has some sort of hook, so it could definitely make some impact in the Keys. So if you're in the Keys, I would just be prepared for a potential tornado. If possible, I don't know which way these storms are moving, but we'll see what happens. So, like I said, severe thunderstorms capable of producing water spouts was located near Triumph Reef, moving west at 30 knots. So that means it's actually moving this way. So if you're like just south of Miami, I'd just be prepared, get ready for a potential tornado. If you're in North Key Largo area, this is where the water spout is. This could come on land and it could produce a tornado. If you're right near the North Key Largo area, maybe near the Homestead, Florida area, Florida City area. And see, there's another little cell too. It could potentially form something as well. But that's pretty much the only warnings as of right now for like special marine warnings. I believe this cell right here or some other cell around this area, like I said, did produce a water spout. So it's pretty interesting. Yes, very interesting. But like I said, most of these are moving west, and they're hopping on right here. You can see this huge spin right here. You can tell where the subtropical system is hanging out right in New Orleans area. It looks pretty really interesting as tornado-wise, but I definitely see some flooding for sure, especially with this amount of rain. I mean, it's close to heavy rain. It's not very heavy, but you can see there's little red dots in there. That's indicating that there could be some flash flooding out of these bands from this tropical system. Which I want to say towards like the Mobile area. New Orleans, you're actually missing out on this one though, thankfully, because you guys are in a very prone area uh, for flash flooding. Yes, there we go. I couldn't think of it at first. But yeah, as you can see, this could bring some flooding towards the Mobile area, the Pensacola area, Panama City. Say out here, not as concerning, but at least towards like Pensacola, Mobile area, Gulfport area, I would be concerned. Absolutely, because once this thing comes on land and starts impacting lots of areas, this thing will be producing flooding rain. I don't think there's really any warnings out here by any means. I don't think so. But yeah, I truly don't think so. But for the most part, that's currently what we're looking at on the radar. And like I said, we have our special I want to say the main like tornado waterspouts area is gonna be right off the coast of Miami area, towards like the West Palm Beach area. This is where you're gonna see some waterspouts for sure. Yes, that is exactly where you're gonna see those waterspouts. Anyways, let's go back to the other map. Oh, slow internet connection. Well, that's kind of bad. Oh, never mind. Still says yeah, it still shows slow internet connection. I don't know why, but it just shows it. That's all. But anyways, you can see right here towards New Orleans, it's about 14 mile per hour wind speeds. Mobile, about 10. It's currently what we're looking at. Let's zoom in a little bit more. That way we could get a really good idea of what this thing is going to do. Yes, that way we can get a nice look at what this thing's going to do. So, right around 9 o'clock, it starts moving north a little bit. And you can see the winds start intensifying towards like the New Orleans Gulfport area. You can see Gulfport's already close to 20, around 10 p.m. tonight. And then as we get closer towards nighttime, this is 11 o'clock, it's not looking very impressive just yet. But I want to say like some of these coastal islands off of Alabama and Mississippi area could be seeing right around 25 to 30 mile per hour wind speeds, which that could be as much wind to like produce some damage, like tree damage, potential power outages. It's not going to be anything concerning. It's at least going to be isolated, for sure. It's nothing going to be big. It's not going to be anything like the past storms. No. You can see over here towards Louisiana, we're currently looking at around 25 miles per hour, right off of the very tippy end of Louisiana. And as we start going forward, as soon as this thing starts making more impact towards land, you can see right off the coast of Louisiana, we're going to be right around 34 miles per hour. See, Pensacola, we're blowing at 15 miles per hour west. And once we start getting closer, it will, and when I say this, it will start tweaking out though, which is actually very good. But right now, as I currently see, there's really no weakening just yet. It's right when it becomes right as impact. But you can see Pensacola now is close to 20 miles per hour. That could produce minimal damage. That could probably produce a couple tree branches down. Maybe, yeah, probably just the only damage towards Pensacola would be probably, would be your trees falling. Mobile, I wouldn't be concerned just yet, but this is like 3 o'clock in the morning, so. But once we start getting closer, you can see Pensacola is blowing at 20 miles per hour. You can see you can see this is definitely going to be impactful for the Florida Panhandle area, like towards the far western areas. You can see also parts of coastal Alabama. You can see some very potentially high winds, but I mean, let's start moving up north now, since we're starting to see what's going to happen. And once it's like 5 o'clock, it's still going to be really windy towards the Gulfport and Pensacola area. And once we start coming in a little bit more, you see we're currently at 18 miles per hour, but you can see the storm has completely weakened. This is pretty much like a tropical depression, which is at least about less than 39 miles per hour. You can see the most strongest area is only at about 32 as soon as 6 o'clock comes right around. And then you can see it really starts weakening, which is very good. We might see some high waves. We can see that, but I do not see any storm surge. There's no. Very minimal storm surge, if not maybe a couple inches, and that's it. Yeah, that's literally it. It's potential, but it's city area. You can see this is gonna landfall right around east of Pascagoula and west of Mobile Bay. Yes. Zoom out because I did want to see where the landfall is gonna be. Because I mean, who knows? Because I mean, you can see Mobile is actually starting to speed up a little bit. You can see that little speeding up area. But as we start getting closer in time, you can see Pensacola's currently at 7 miles per hour, but while like the east part of the city, it's currently at 30 miles per hour. So I mean, it's a pretty big transition. This will be impactful. We're just gonna see what happens. Yeah. And once we start going more, Pensacola speeds right back up to 60 miles per hour. That could be, like I said, potential damage. New Orleans, I want to say you can be seeing about 15 miles per hour out of this whole thing, maximum. But that's pretty much all you're going to see. I want to say Pensacola, Gulfport, potentially Mobile. Mobile's not really going to be highly impacted. Just letting you guys know, it's really not going to be highly impacted. But if it was a little bit towards if this storm was landfalling near Gulfport or something, Mobile could probably see maybe 15 to 20, even potentially 25 miles per hour. But depending on how this storm goes, we're definitely going to see what's just going to happen. I mean, yeah, it's going to be very interesting how this goes. You can see, wow. But once this thing makes landfall, this is probably the worst part of the storm. This is when Pensacola is going to be blowing right around 20 miles per hour. You can see parts of the coastal areas blowing around 30. So this could be enough to maybe, like I said, isolated power lines, isolated, darn it, trying to think, guys. Like I said, isolated power outages, isolated tree limbs falling, all kinds of other stuff. So, I mean, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, you know? Yeah. But once you can just see Pensacola. Holy crap. And you can see, actually, the interior part now is currently having high winds. You can see Dothan over here, Dothan, Alabama. You can see we're seeing some big winds. Well, they aren't that big. But, I mean, around 20 miles per hour for the Dothan area. At least right around that time frame. And then once we start going a little bit more, you can see, like I said, Pensacola, about 20. But you can see, winds are actually starting to be coming up here, which that will, with this shear, we might actually see some tornadoes tomorrow. For sure. We might actually go live tomorrow. Actually, I don't know. I'll see what happens. I mean, it depends how many, like, tornadoes are out here and stuff like that. Like, it's, like, only a few, like, 1 or 2. I mean, if there's a couple of tornadoes, we'd probably go live, but, we're just gonna see what happens. I don't think it's going to be as big of a threat, but it's at least going to be some sort of a threat of tornadoes and all kinds of that other stuff. So, that just popped up. But anyways, this could be concerning, but yet it's not going to be one of these strong storms like Nicole or Ian or any of those. This ain't going to be very impactful. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's not going to be nothing like the big fat hurricanes, no. It's not. It's just going to be a normal subtropical storm for, I want to say, towards the east side, definitely going to be impacted. But towards the Gulfport, New Orleans, not as impacted, but little impacts. Potentially some rain, too. We will actually look at the rain forecast in just a little bit. I'm still, once the storm... You can see it's really starting to get out here towards like Alabama, Mississippi. It still has a little bit of juice to it, but I don't think it's going to be as strong as it used to be to have like a very, yeah, it's not going to be as strong as it used to be. And you can see it's very calm towards the center area. Like, yeah, it's very calm. And once this thing starts going away, it will start to weaken and it'll be pretty much gone. Yep. But anyways, let's go back to now. Let's track the rain now, because I'm definitely curious about the rain. I want to say the most impactful areas right now is going to be right on Gulfport area. That's definitely going to be the most impacted right now. I believe, yeah. That's going to be very impacted right now. And even out here towards the Pensacola Peninsula. Wait, what? No, my bad. Louisiana Peninsula. I mean, you can see we're blowing around 30 miles per hour, like I said. Power outages, the trees falling. Yeah. It's going to be very interesting. Maybe some... structural damage is going to be very low. Yeah, very low to none. Like, I mean... Yeah, it's slim to none. I don't think there will be any structural damage. It also depends how much it rains, too. I want to bet it's probably rain about 3-4 inches, which could reduce some flash flooding. But once we come back over towards the precipitation... I felt overload. Man. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, the rain should be showing. Oh, here we go. This is your rain currently. This is your very heavy rain. You can see, like I said, 33 miles per hour. Your, you can see about a half of, darn it, trying to think, guys, I'm sorry. About a half an inch per hour could be producing towards this area. But, like I said, we gotta watch for these rain showers, because, I mean, who knows, but they could produce very heavy and localized flooding, for sure. That is not out of the question, for sure. As you can see, if rain gets really heavy, like I said, half an inch, maybe close to like 3/4 of an inch per hour. I mean, that's a lot to like have some flash flooding. But once the rain starts coming in, like I said, Gulfport is definitely gonna be the most impacted area, for sure. Yeah, I can see Gulfport seeing some flash flooding potentials. You can see it just rains and rains. As it starts moving up, you can see Pensacola, Mobile area. It's not very impactful. I want to say the most impactful area for rain is going to be right around Gulfport, east of New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans is going to be in this big situation for heavy rain, but it's not out of the question. It depends where this shifts to. But as you can see, Pensacola, Mobile, you're going to be seeing very light rain. Yes. Very light rain to none. So, I mean, Mobile, Pensacola and Gulfport. Gulfport's getting it all honesty. So, if you're in the Gulfport area, I would prepare just in case, worst case scenario, this is going to be a big fat storm. But, we're just gonna see what happens. Like I said, Pensacola, Mobile will be receiving your heaviest rain right around 8 o'clock. It's probably, I want to say your most out of your totals is probably to be at least an inch, if not maybe less.
What's up, buddy?
That was my dad. But anyways, towards Mobile, Pensacola, it looks, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much the heaviest rain you're gonna see, for sure. So, you can see Pensacola, you can see, but also, it looks like northwest of Mobile area. It looks like there could be, like I said, potentially flash flooding, but once this thing exits out, it's gonna be sunny. Like, it's gonna be nice and beautiful outside. It'll be very nice to go outside once this thing exits out. Yeah, I mean, this is like 12 o'clock. You can see Pensacola gets really sunny. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. Very windy though, just letting you know. And then once this thing exits out, it's pretty much gonna be sunny. Maybe a couple light rain down here, but that's all I'm gonna see. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let's look back over here towards our warnings. I don't think there's really anything. I'm trying to think. Nope. There's really, like, yeah. There's really nothing other than this potential tornado area. But there's really nothing over here. And our, watches are. There's currently 0 watches in effect as of right now. But if you can see, there is a very small 2% risk for, like I said, the Mobile, the Pensacola area. Actually, Gulfport will be out of this, though, because Gulfport's going to be on the northwest quadrant instead of the northeast. When you're in the northeast, you're going to see tornadoes, for sure. Well, it's not a huge risk, but it's definitely a risk to see some tornadoes. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for our tornado outlook as of right now. Only Florida Panhandle, all of the southern Alabama coastal areas, and very small portion of the Mississippi area. Other than that, there's really nothing else. So, yeah. I am also trying to see what's going to happen here. Give me 1 second, guys. Just looking at something. Alright. Also, there is another thing that we're going to see. Another forecast model. So, let's go see what that one is. Because I'm curious what the winds are and all kinds of other stuff. So, let's see what happens. What do you say? So let's switch over to the icon. I don't know if it's gonna be any. Oh wow, it's actually just as high. This is actually a different model. Just letting you guys know. It shows wind speeds around the same area, around 40 something miles per hour. But I don't know how much impact it's gonna have on land. This is a different model. Just letting you guys know. As we get closer, like I said, it might be pretty much the same story. It might be. You can see it kind of shifts off towards the west a little bit. Yeah, I can definitely see. It even makes its first landfall on the Louisiana peninsula. It does make a little impact. But to, like, land surrounding, it's really not making any impact. No. Like, it shows it's really strong at first, and then it just falls apart. Yeah, it's nothing like the GFS whatsoever. No GFS at all. Nope. But the GFS, oh man, shows this thing hopping and popping. I mean, look at that. Pensacola, like I said, 21 miles per hour. Looks pretty insane, you got it. But if we do go back like a day ago, let's see. Yeah, here we go. We do go back like a day ago. So let's say yesterday around this time, or 8 o'clock. It wasn't even really forming at all yet. No, you can see it was very disorganized, but it pretty much did form. But like I said, Florida did get some heavy winds. They did. Yeah. I want to say 20 miles per hour over here towards Florida yesterday is pretty it wasn't as bad, but I mean maybe a couple tree limbs falling. Like I said, isolated power outages, so it wasn't anything bad though. No, it wasn't anything like huge. No. But then today, you can see it reformed. You can see it's really huge. But what are we thinking once it gets past the Mobile, the Birmingham area? Let's see what happens. I'm curious. So as time goes on, actually, let's just say tomorrow. You can see the storm's all the way up here. You can see it's actually still hanging on up here towards the Mississippi area. Keeps on marching west. You can see it really weakens. Like, there's really nothing left of it. Just let you guys know. And it does actually make it all the way to Memphis. It's actually very surprising. Yeah. This is like, yeah. It's crazy to think how it makes it all the way up to Memphis. It is. See, it's still hanging on. It just won't go away. See, it's very weak, though. It's nothing like it used to be. Nope. You can see, it's just, it falls apart. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. After that, it's pretty much gone. After it hits Memphis, which, even when it's in Memphis, it's just gone. Yeah. But it is very windy over here, though. Well, it's not extremely windy, but it's windy enough to produce. Actually, this is sheer to actually form some thunderstorms, potentially severe too. So let's see what happens. It's kind of like a, and see, it's a little windy. Yeah. All right. But yeah, you can see it's really windy over here. This is enough shear. You have some, trying to think here. I don't remember. Some shear. Yeah, you can see some shear. Yeah, because I mean, you see our winds. They're blowing this way, and what if tornadoes like going this way or this way? Like, yeah, that'd be very concerning, and that could turn into a tornado. So, and even right now, it's pretty windy. It's not producing any severe thunderstorms, though. No. It's not producing anything bad. No. It's truly not. Nope, nope. It's truly not. I'm trying to think here. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I need some water. Some water. I'll be right back, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I am back. Give me 1 second. I actually had a little snack, had some water. Let me turn on my camera. There we go. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Let's see. So right now, like I said, we're currently tracking this subtropical system. You can see over here towards Mobile. Currently looking around 12 miles per hour. We zoom in a little bit. You can see Gulfport is currently 14 miles per hour. Actually 17, my bad. Pensacola is 14 and 15 miles per hour for New Orleans. That's currently what we're looking at. If we go towards landfall, when this thing landfalls, it's gonna be, I don't say landfall, it's gonna be right around 10 o'clock. So it's gonna be right around 10 o'clock for a landfall. It's gonna be like a tropical depression, which is about 39 miles per hour or less. This is gonna be right around 30. So it's gonna at least landfall as a subtropical depression, but it's not gonna be huge. As of right now, it is subtropical storm. It does not have a name though. I don't know why it doesn't have a name, but you would think, hey, it might be a name, but it's just not this time. I'm guessing the National Weather Service or National Hurricane Center said, let's not name this one, because, I mean, I'm guessing it's not too big and, like, organized or whatever, but it's definitely something. But if we look over here towards Miami, we are also looking at this, water spout. It is showing producing water spouts. I believe earlier there was a water spout, like, out here somewhere, right off the coast of Miami. I think it might have been confirmed. I really don't know. But if you're near the Keys, I would just be prepared for something like a tornado or a water spout or something. You guys might actually be seeing it right now over here towards North Key Largo. I believe this is like only 20 miles off the coast. Actually, maybe 10. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably like 10. Yeah, it's something like that. But if we look over here towards the rain, towards our tropical system, also known as our storm, you can see over here towards Mobile, Pensacola, Biloxi, Gulfport. New Orleans, I don't see New Orleans really being in the rain this time, because New Orleans was supposed to be like, it was showing like the storm was supposed to be all the way over here, but now it's all the way over here today. I'm guessing it kind of shifted towards the east more, so that's why we're going to be seeing landfall towards Mobile area. Also, if we look towards Pensacola, you can see we're seeing showers just right now coming on the coast of Florida. But if we look at our tornado outlook, you can see there is a 2% risk for the Florida Panhandle, parts of Alabama, and very small chunk of Mississippi. Yeah, but you can see like the coastal part of Alabama could potentially see some tornadoes, and also the Florida Panhandle. So that will be something to watch as time goes on. But other than that, that's pretty much what's happening right now. Especially over here towards Mobile, we're seeing a couple rain showers. It might have just exited some rain showers. So that did just happen. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. If you're over here towards Walton Beach, Panama City area, we're currently seeing some rain as well. So, also, we are going to go in depth with this storm and seeing, like, actually earlier we were talking about how like the winds were going to impact and stuff like that. So let's get right into it. You can see right now over here towards the Florida Peninsula. Actually, no, my bad. The Louisiana Peninsula, this little thing right here. You can see we're currently looking at about 30 miles per hour, which could be enough to have some tree damage, minimal tree damage. Power outages are spotty, but nothing widespread though. At least that's what we're talking about with this subtropical system. As time goes on, the winds towards Pensacola, they are going to increase. You can see it's a pretty well organized storm, but it's really not, because you can see the winds like 30 miles per hour are happening all over here. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. And then as time goes on, Pensacola reaches 20, Gulfport right around 15, 20. It's going to be right around that range. And then Mobile, you won't really see the winds until like after landfall. Like you can see, yeah, it's going to be right after landfall. But Pensacola, south of Mobile, the Mobile Bay area, you're going to be seeing some 20 mile per hour wind speeds. Like you said, spotty power outages, minimal tree damage, like the small branches. So it's nothing to be like horrible, like we're seeing a big fat hurricane. That's not going to be the case this time. It's just going to be a good old storm. Yeah, it's just going to be a storm that brings potentially 40 mile per hour wind speeds to, like I said, some areas over here towards Louisiana. But that's pretty much going to be the highest, at least for the Louisiana area. As time goes on, you can see Pensacola still reaching around 20. Mobile, winds aren't going to be very impactful, but rain is going to be a little impactful. It's not going to be as bad. Earlier there was it was showing light rain. I want to say we might see like about an inch over here. I want to say over here towards Gulfport, we would probably see about 2-3 inches, potentially flash flooding. Now that is not out of the question. No, it's not. So that will be something that we will have to watch, all honesty. But anyways, you can see, like I said, even towards the interior part of Alabama, we're going to be seeing like 15 mile per hour wind speeds, some 17 towards Montgomery. So, I mean, this will also have a small threat as it moves inland, but it will eventually start weakening. And earlier, we were also seeing that over here towards Memphis, it was showing that, like, it showed it was still going, but it showed it was a very weak storm, though, so, yeah. But anyways, that is pretty much about it. New Orleans, like I said, not going to be as impacted as we were talking about earlier. Actually, a couple of days ago, because a couple of days ago, we were seeing New Orleans seeing some pretty high winds. We were probably thinking right around 25 miles per hour, but now we're only showing about 15, so, I mean, that's not too bad, but, I mean, it's something. It's something, at least to stay concerned a little bit, that's all. I'm gonna open up some water. Oh, darn it. I got it, guys. Sometimes I just can't open a water bottle. No, sometimes I just can't, but I got it open and that's good, you know? Ah, that was good. Good water. I love water. Water is really good. It's actually good for you, fun fact. Fun fact for the day. Anyways, like I said, it's not going to be very impactful. That's going to be at least something to watch. Like I said, spotty power outages. We can see probably some flash flooding. I'm going to say the main concern is probably be the rain over here towards Gulfport. And that's probably going to be pretty much the big main story about this storm as it marches up towards the north. Yes, as it goes up towards the north. Let's go check our storm over here towards Miami area. Oh, wow. This is very concerning. Alright, guys. It looks like we have new information. We have 3 special marine warnings just off the coast of Miami. But, I mean, the storm, this subtropical storm, is kind of producing some potential waterspouts, if not waterspouts right now, kind of like this one. This one is probably be seeing some waterspouts. Like I said, it's heading towards Key Largo area. It did say it was moving west, but I see it moving south though. So, and I mean, I do remember seeing special marine warning. I do remember this. I don't know what this is gonna be. It might be a severe thunderstorm. I don't know. And then over here, towards let's see, where is this? This is towards Boca Raton and Highland Beach. We're currently seeing, like I said, producing waterspouts, but also we could also see tornadoes potential. It could actually form a tornado and then have a tornado warning. Who knows? But I mean, it doesn't look like that's gonna be the main threat. But you can see this has like a little hook right there. You can see it's very, very small. But I mean, you can see it's something. Yeah. It says severe thunderstorm was nearly stationary. So it's going nowhere. Just saying. It's going nowhere. So if you're in this area, hey, a storm, and you would think, oh, it's not going anywhere. Let's turn around, or let's go towards it, and then it's like right there, and then and then turn around and go back. I don't know what I just said, but I'm guessing it's like a story about a boat, yeah, or something, yeah. Like you drive a boat and you see it, oh, it's so cool, and then you turn around, yeah. It's just a little story that I made up, you know. Cute little story. But anyways, we also have to worry about this tropical system as well. Because, I mean, look how defined this is. You can see the swirl, you can see the bands. You can tell this is definitely some sort of a tropical system. Which it is. It's a subtropical storm. You know, it's not named. I'm guessing when, like, the storms, like these, like, subtropical storms, I don't think they name subtropical storms. I believe they probably name, like, tropical storms. Like, if this is, like, a tropical storm forming or something like that, or a tropical depression or something like that, then it could have been named. But you can see we also have some isolated storms. Like I said, I mean, we could see some potential tornadoes today. It's not likely. It's only at 2%. Yeah, like 2%. That's very low. That's slim to none at that point. It is. But, like I said, potential waterspouts. I'm surprised they didn't even issue anything towards Miami. I mean, holy crap. So, our other map that we're currently viewing. You can see, like I said, over here towards Mobile, New Orleans, Pensacola. I would say the main area that's going to be concerned is going to be Pensacola and it's going to be Gulfport. If you're near those cities, I'd prepare. I don't think it'll be very impactful that you would have to like evacuate or something. It should not at all. Like you should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. You should be good. But you never know. Who knows? I mean, we're gonna see what happens. But definitely, the Biloxi, Gulfport area, definitely be concerned for rain. Let's pull up the rain right now. Also known as our precipitation. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking at something. Alright, guys. So now we are currently viewing towards, like I said, this heavy rain, it's gonna head towards Gulfport. So if we put this into motion, I got to say, oops, my bad. Let's go to like 4 o'clock in the morning. You can see Gulfport. We could, like I said, we could see about 3-something inches potentially. That's definitely possible. I mean, we definitely see some flash flooding over here in early morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, yeah, that's pretty early, but I mean, even west of Gulfport, I mean, you can see some very heavy rain. I mean, holy crap. But New Orleans, you aren't really going to be impacted by this. Pensacola area, not really either. Mobile, not really as well, but I mean, if you think about it, we're currently looking at this heavy rain area. It definitely could pose some sort of threat, so yeah. Could do something at least, yeah. But, over towards Gulfport, you're going to be seeing some heavy rain. If we look at temperature, I'm actually kind of curious about this. Okay. Temperature, it's really not going to be anything. I mean, you can see, we're actually in the 50s over here. actually. So, could we see a wind chill? I mean, funny, no. Not this far south. We'd have to, like, have, like, a cold front of some sort. We shouldn't see a wind chill, though. No. We shouldn't. This is, like, 3 o'clock, though. So, let's say 6 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's 6 o'clock. 7, huh? It says around 58. Yeah, potentially. A potential wind chill could actually happen over here towards Mississippi, Louisiana area. That's definitely not a question. Also, it's not a huge chance. Just saying, it's not a huge chance whatsoever. If you look at our humidity, it's probably going to be very humid. They said it's very humid, especially during the night. You can see it's actually a little dry inside of the storm, but it's really humid out here though, so it's really, temperature and humidity, it's not really going to be anything extreme whatsoever. But if we do look at our pressure, this could be very interesting once this thing loads. You can see we are at like a 1005 millibar. Actually, if we go to right now, if we say right now, see over towards the storm, I mean, we're currently looking at 1006 millibars, which I'm guessing that's probably why they aren't really showing like this. Yeah, that's probably gonna be most likely why. Just saying. So I mean, you can see we have a huge ridge over here towards yeah, over here towards the off the coast of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, and actually parts of Florida actually. Yeah, but you can see there's huge low pressure up here. Yeah, and like I said, high pressure over here too. Yeah, that's pretty much about it as of right now. Yeah, it's pretty much. Yep. If we do look at our satellite though, I'm actually kind of curious about this. So this is our current satellite. You can see our spin right here. You can see, woo, a little spinner boy right here. You can definitely tell by our storm. See our we have clouds over here too. Yeah, we do. Flooding. So I mean, at least some sort of flooding though. At least some sort of flooding. That's pretty much gonna be about it. But this current satellite, you can see our spin right here. And like right outside the spin too, it's like really high winds. And like I said, right around 40 miles per hour will be definitely possible. Yeah, that will definitely be possible, yes. And if we just look at the radar, let's see, radar, okay. And this is our current radar right now. What the, oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is like your heavy rain right now. This is what's currently happening. Even right along the coast, could potentially be seeing some flash flooding tonight as time goes on. Yeah, you can see our heavy rain. You can see really heavy rain over here. Like, this is heading towards Gulfport. So, I mean, I would just be prepared for some sort of a flash flood if you're in Gulfport, because this could be very concerning for this area, for sure. If we look back over towards the wind, you can see it's just gonna be pretty windy, you know? Yep. And over here towards Mobile, New Orleans area. Actually, New Orleans is actually looking pretty windy right now, around 20 miles per hour. About it. Yep, that is about it, and that is pretty much your forecast for the subtropical storm. This is your guys' forecast. Also a breakdown, and also, like I said, we're also looking at our special marine warnings over here. Wow. You can see this is actually indicated as far out as like 200, 300 miles out. And you can see, yeah. So the tornadoes up towards Panhandle area will definitely be interesting. Like I said, if you're over here towards like the southeast Florida, I would also be concerned of maybe some sort of like a tornado action, maybe seeing some tornadoes, spinner boys. But other than that, I mean, I don't think we'll see many like tornadoes. At least maybe a couple storms, like this storm over here towards Fort Lauderdale and north of Miami area. But I mean, see another little storm over there. I mean, that's pretty much about it. So, and here's our storm, and there we go. So I will see you guys in the next one. That might be like a couple days from now, depending on the severe weather. We might actually go live tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know if we will, but we'll just see what happens. So, yep. Oh, and also, be careful with the storm, because, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, you know? So, I mean, that's something